Hello, my name is Dan Johnson and welcome back to the Who podcast. This time,
You are physically joined by...
he's real.
I'm real.
He's real.
I'm not just a weirdo on Zoom.
Yeah.
Well, I
Guy
am that
sitting
as well.
in some room, changing locations
Changing
every
room.
week.
Still changed location.
The
Oh,
theme continues.
oh my God. You know what? Next month as well, if we can't do it, it'll probably be a new location at my house as well this time.
It will be.
Oh my God.
It will keep changing.
I've got bad news though.
What's that?
David's dead.
David's dead? I was in the cardboard cut out of David. I was like,
Tennant.
how's David?
It's got the cardboard cut out of David Tennant has sadly passed away.
What's happened to him? Is he just broken?
He's collapsed.
He just literally collapsed.
Folded
in on himself.
He folded in on himself. He's no longer with us. Can we have a moment of silence, please? So it's Christmas.
What a jolly time.
Tis the season to be jolly.
So, before we do have a lot of news stuff to talk about, because for some reason, well, because of RTD, I imagine, and the whole new way of running things, we have actual news to talk about.
It's good to have actual news.
Instead of just drought.
And not just predictions of,
Yeah.
oh, look, there's been a leak. Can we talk about the big leak?
The big leak. You want to talk about the TARDIS? Well, okay. What do you want to say? What do you want to say about it? Because we can talk about the whole thing, to be honest.
We can.
Because it feels like, even though it really wasn't that long ago since we did one, it feels like it has been a long time in terms of news that we've done one.
Yeah. Big leak, TARDIS leak.
Thoughts on the TARDIS then? Because I think it's very plain, and especially now that we've had the news of the costume, I am surprised it's as plain as it is.
I'm weirdly not. I really like, if it is how it is, I like the middle console in the white again. I love white consoles. Like, my second favourite is Hartnell's.
Right, yeah.
So I love the white classic. My only problem is, like, I know I was like, whoa, we have a big TARDIS again. Is it too big?
That's the trouble I have with it. It's not that it's like, I don't mind empty TARDISes.
No,
it doesn't need to be cluttered with like every horn and all this kind of stuff.
No.
Like the 11th Doctor was. It was just a bit of a headache, really.
Yeah.
But with this one, it seems like, even though I don't know, this could well be the finished version. Who knows?
I don't think. I think surely there's got to be some colour to it.
Yeah, because maybe it's just it could be just a black and white image, or it's not finished, or maybe like the colour's someone else's job.
But I'm loving the shape.
Yeah, I love the shape, but it's just that
The
if
multi-layer.
it's too empty, if it's big and it's empty, it feels like a waste of space.
And the round things.
Yeah,
I love the round
I love
things.
the round things.
What are they?
No idea.
Brilliant.
But then the trouble is, then you kind of get this, like, from a shop perspective as well. There's going to be these big, giant spaces of just nothing. So that's kind of what makes me.
So
go,
that's what I'm thinking. They've got to fill it more.
And it's a jukebox, I believe.
There's a jukebox,
But it definitely needs a little bit, like, it needs bits in it. That it needs a couple of shelves.
Yeah.
Like, I like the shape
to be
of
fair,
everything, but yeah.
when Jodie's TARDIS got leaked, that looked very grey, didn't it? But then in the final one, do you not remember the leak?
No, I don't. Wasn't the lights off?
Yeah, the lights were all off, so it looked very grey and shit.
Yeah.
So
then they turn the lights on.
Then they turn the lights on, and everyone's like, "It's still shit." But yeah.
But yeah.
So I mean, lighting can change everything about it, and I think, yeah, why not?
So we're talking about the TARDIS. Big reveal that came out last week. The costume. We've talked about this briefly.
We've messaged about briefly when it first come out.
I was quite busy that night.
What was I doing? I had a Christmas meal.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, lovely. It was lovely. If anyone's been to Sheffield, it was a lovely little restaurant called Silversmiths. It was the one from Kitchen Nightmares that Gordon Ramsay did, and I said, "Oh, that's the one that's been on Kitchen Nightmares."
I honestly don't remember this happening.
I probably may not have done it with you. I may have done it with most people.
Most people.
There's a restaurant that was on Kitchen Nightmares in Sheffield. It used to be called the Runaway Girl, now called Silversmiths. Oh, it was a lovely meal. Very, very expensive, but it was a lovely meal.
Oh, grand. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were we talking about? The costume.
Costume.
Not your dinner. So, initial thoughts, and then your thoughts now. Then.
Initial thoughts was, it's different.
Hmm.
I'm glad it's back to some suiting.
Yeah, I do. I like the suits. I think Jodie would look amazing in a suit, and she did in Spyfall. But I think her outfit just became very sort of...
Yeah, Jodie...
But the whole point of her outfit was that it was gender neutral. But
See,
I mean, nowadays I
that's-
think women can wear suits all the same, and
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter.
That is the one thing. I know we talk about Jodie. Jodie's gone. But the doctor, we're going to make this doctor gender neutral. In my mind, right? If I had the choice to write the first female doctor, I'd write them as a female doctor, not as a role that could easily also be played by a man, like Missy, for example.
Right.
A man could not. If you gave a man Missy's character, they could not have played it as well as Missy.
So you wanted them to lean into the whole look a little bit more of
The
female fashion.
The
of
female,
what the
yeah. And I think that would have made them stand out more as the first female doctor.
Right, but I like the idea that they kind of underplayed it a little bit.
Yeah, but then also every other doctor costume's also been gender neutral. We're getting into a tricky subject.
Not by design, I don't think, though, because normally.
Oh my god!
What was that? Normally, the 11th Doctor suit isn't particularly gender neutral, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's coded for male.
It's a doctor.
Yeah, because we've seen so much cosplay of it being the other way around.
Fair enough.
And everything like that. But then Ncuti's actual outfit now rather than last week.
Now, love it.
Love it. I'm pretty much the same.
Every little detail, obviously, everyone's showing it for the rings, the Gallifreyan nail tattoos, the little necklace, the chain as well. He's got it. I love it. All I want to know is he keeping the tash.
I think so.
I hope so.
I think so. I think he is. I think he'll be the first Doctor, like properly within the show, to have facial hair.
Wow, that's a big achievement.
But
speaking of Dan,
proper facial hair, that is.
Why have you trimmed yours?
I always trim it. I don't want it too big.
Okay.
What? But you got distracted by my own facial hair.
Well, yeah, because I was looking at there and like you. Oh, it's real. My finger's real. You look very clean shaven, and then I looked in person and I was like, oh no, you're not actually that bad.
No, but no, I'd much the same as you. When I saw it, I was like, actually, this suit's quite plain. Like the look of it's quite simple.
Originally, I didn't like the orange jumper.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been better if it was like a navy blue. And it still might be. There still might be variations of it.
Yeah, I think that the door's open for that.
I think as long as they keep the trousers and the jacket and they only change the jumper as a variation, I'm happy. But even if that is the jumper,
I could see them changing the jacket colour.
I could see
the colour of the whole suit changing.
Yeah, because if you change the jacket, you've got to change the trousers.
Because it's all about sort of like how it, like the colours go together and stuff. We're talking about fashion like we're not flipping
We came in the same.
We wore the same clothes.
We wore the same clothes pretty much. So yeah, we really don't. Sorry guys, I
tripped the light that I. We were very similar patterns.
We really don't know much about fashion.
Which is why I'm wearing a giant Christmas jumper.
That's why I'm wearing a hat, because it's Christmas.
But
do you want a hat?
Yeah, throw me a hat. But I was thinking about sort of Ncuti's outfit, and I was like, I thought it'd be bigger. Like, do you know what I mean? Because he's quite an eccentric person, and obviously Eric in Sex Education has. That's a big part of his character, is what he wears, and his amazing outfits. And I was like, I kind of expected like hats and like lots of accessories, which we did get. But the more that I've seen the outfit,
I wouldn't mind a scarf.
Exactly, like I thought there'd be loads to it. But the more I've seen the outfit, I love the rings. I love the sort of nail art, and the necklace, and just the general.
Yeah,
but yeah.
I love it.
The more I've seen it, the more I've got used to it. The more I like it.
Yeah. My only question is, we're getting a lot of this very early.
Well, they're shooting it this week.
Oh, so it's that or it's leaked.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So I think that what's happened. So obviously he's done his costume. I know for a fact that.
There we go.
Millie Gibson, when she was cast, she was done on like the 24th of September, and then she was cast maybe like a month, 2 months later, and she was revealed in Children in Need.
Yeah.
So, and that was going up to the casting, and then she moved to Cardiff because at the minute she's like the best source of how they're doing it, inadvertently, because she's posting on social media more than the others are. So then she moved to Cardiff.
So Ncути started posting, didn't we? Because we saw his little makeup trailer shot as well. Yeah,
but
it's very cool. Very cool.
so she moved to Cardiff, and then now, as in I think it was last week actually, they started filming it. I believe it was night shoots.
Right.
Because the Bad Wolf logo was everywhere, in round bits of Cardiff. So it
Not
is
the actual Bad
it is
Wolf,
underway.
Rose Tyler's return.
It is underway. Not the actual Bad Wolf, the production company.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
But we even got some information about like what the state of the series looks like.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like 6 episodes.
It was 8.
No, it's 6 episodes, and then I think a special.
So 7.
So yeah, it's
Oh,
not
so-
as long, but it's like Russell said. It's sure this series is not as long as the others, but it's important that we get it out.
Because he doesn't want to make
fairly
us wait
quick.
as long as...
Yeah, because
Right.
you don't want big lulls.
Will we eventually go back to the 13-episode series? I think we've got
I
to.
don't think so.
Really?
No, I think we'll stick at 10. I think we'll go to 10. I like to see 12 or 13 back.
Yeah.
But I think that nowadays, with how shows are made and how, like, I know, like, CW is very different. It's like 20 episodes a year. But with most shows, you get 10 episodes. Like Game of Thrones or House of Dragon or whatever, 10 episodes.
A series?
Yeah.
And what series are we on House of Dragon now, then?
No, it's only one. There's only one season of House of Dragon.
So it's over, finished?
It's finished. No, as in
Season 1's finished?
Season 1's finished. Season 2 will happen in like 2 years.
I thought it was still going on. I've not watched it. I don't have Sky.
But even Stranger Things was like 8 or 9 episodes.
I've
So,
not watched Strange Things.
but those episodes were really flipping long. But then the point was that sort of nowadays, I don't think 12, 13 really works. But that might change soon. Because,
I hope it does, because Doctor Who...
like Daredevil Born Again, and Marvel
22 episodes.
It's 18, I think, actually.
Never mind.
Marvel is like the big sort of fire starter for this kind of stuff. So if they're going to do something
But
like
also,
that, maybe other
you are
networks
saying
will.
that it's going to Disney Plus. Disney Plus are also a fan of quite a long
Maybe
series.
They might, Andor. I was surprised Andor was like 12 episodes.
Yeah.
I did really enjoy Andor. I don't think it needed to be 12 episodes, but it was
Again,
It was a
haven't
pretty good
seen
series. Yeah, but it worked in arcs and stuff like that. So you got like 4 arcs or something like that.
Yep.
With the 12 episodes.
Yep.
But I did actually really enjoy it. But then, so that's sort of the news, really.
That is the news.
Is there anything else that
Oh, yeah.
you want to talk about
Having a yawn.
based on that? We've obviously got some 60th anniversary stuff coming, which is exciting. We shall talk about that in the next podcast. Possible Torchwood.
But we don't know if we talk about
And a
that
lot of
right
drama
now.
about
a lot
that
of drama
as well.
about Torchwood.
But no, we don't really want to go into that.
We
do
don't.
because it becomes a bit of a minefield in many respects.
It
Because
does.
opinions and it's something that people very, very, very passionate about.
Very passionate about. And if I speak, we're in trouble. My big gob.
I don't. It's not even that. It's just you don't want to upset people either way. So sometimes it's important not to. If
Yeah.
you don't need to, not to.
Do you think? Well, obviously, there's rumours about the Eve Miles coming back to run Torchwood.
Yeah.
Thoughts? Do you think it will happen? Because she said on Twitter
She said it hasn't.
it hasn't.
But
Is that just what you're forced to say in your contract?
No, I don't think he'd. For now, I don't think he's going to go that far.
Especially with the whole drama.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't. I think for now, Torchwood is like fire. You don't go near it.
No.
If you go near it,
Oh, actually, there was news
Right.
earlier. Sorry. To speak about spin-offs, there was some weird leaks about other Doctor Who spin-offs about a couple of weeks ago, wasn't there? A month ago. About there would be a spin-off about the different aliens of Doctor Who.
oh yeah, all of this stuff keeps coming and going though.
God, I hope that's not true. I'm sorry. That
Eighth
sounded
Doctor
rubbish.
Series
No. I'd love
constantly,
an Eighth Doctor series.
But it's happened so many times now. I don't even believe every single time I say it to go, no, that's rubbish. That's not happening. That's not true.
No, I know, but there was this talk about, like, oh, we're going to have a spin-off about the different monsters in the Doctor Who universe, like the Weeping Angels. How the hell are we going to have a Weeping Angel spin-off? They don't bloody talk.
It just like that for like 3 hours.
Stop motion.
They won't even move. You blink and they just stay there.
Yeah.
because somebody somewhere might be blinking.
Yeah.
It might have their eye on them.
Yeah. Stupid.
Stupid. But-
David Tennant's back, though.
He is. And actually, what I'd like to talk about,
Go on.
Christmas specials.
They're coming back, baby.
They're coming back.
They're coming back!
Not this year.
Not this year. Next year. 2023.
Maybe
2023 is going to be Shooty's first episode, I reckon.
He's going to be in the 60th thing, though, isn't he? Surely.
No.
Or do you think that
Because did you hear
that shoot was actually
that
just
shoot
rubbish,
was, that
Just
shot
so
was
that-
fake.
That he's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people are going, actually, this doesn't quite fit.
Yeah, no, that shot's
what
fake.
the episode looks like.
And he wasn't wearing them clothes when he did that shot.
Yeah.
So
So
or he was wearing them clothes.
They've done like a press
But they've done a press thing. So, yeah, I think David's going to regenerate to him on the last of the third specials.
Yeah.
And then Christmas special. I think we're getting 3 specials and then a Christmas special next year.
I think so as well.
So we're getting 3 60th anniversary episodes.
Well, I think it'll be 4 in total.
Yeah, 4 in total next year.
Yeah.
And then a Christmas one.
So
I think
3
at the
that'll
end
be
of
with David.
3 with David.
And then 1 with Ncuti.
And then, well, technically it'll be 2 with Ncuti because she's going to come at the end of the last third of the third one.
He's going to come in a bit, yeah.
Yeah. But then Ncuti's first proper episode as the 15th Doctor, Christmas next year. Or this year, technically, when this goes out.
No, not yet, because this is the Christmas special.
This is a Christmas special.
So, yeah, all of that kind of stuff sort of is on the way.
Yeah.
And that's really exciting. I do think, though, when it comes to Christmas specials, the ones in the past, if one of them came out now, like from the last couple that we've had, the Capaldi ones, I wasn't too fussed about them.
I have never watched a Christmas special at Christmas.
Have you not?
Nope.
Really?
My family don't like Doctor Who.
See, because I used to have the thing where it was like, oh, we'll watch it, and then I used to stop watching it because then
You couldn't hear it.
because you can't hear it, and then you got Grandad telling you random things about this, that, and the other, and you're going, yeah.
Yeah.
And now there's 15 of us this year, 4 kids.
Dan's had 4 kids. Well done, Dan.
I've had 4 kids, 4 cousins, 2 slightly bigger.
He's had 4 kids with his 4 cousins. Well done, Dan.
There's a lot of us this year, and because there's a lot of us, I think that watching Doctor Who will just be awful because you will not be able to hear it from a screaming child. And you're not going to get a seat.
No, but I will say, on rewatch, I'd always prefer to watch a Christmas special than a New Year's special. But that's just because that's
I
Jodie.
agree, yeah.
Like, if that was like, because now it's Christmas, I'm doing my thing where I rewatch all Christmas specials.
I am. How are you going? What you got left?
I've just finished Doctor Widow in the Wardrobe.
Which order are you watching them in?
Release order.
You watch them in release order. So
Yeah.
you watch Christmas Invasion up, or do you watch them backwards?
Christmas Invasion up.
Oh, really? So you'll finish with Twice Upon a Time.
Yeah.
Okay, I watch them completely out of order
Why?
because I want to watch my favourite one on Christmas Eve.
Well, he's just a special boy, this, isn't it? Spoilers, it's Voyage of the Damned.
Yeah. So the Christmas video.
I just watched that when I don't see that as it's not really Christmassy enough to be a Christmas special.
It's
for me.
not very Christmassy, but I'm nostalgic for it, especially because last year when I watched it just on Christmas Eve, but like late at night into Christmas Day.
Yeah, fair enough.
And that's why and then now I've made a tradition of it. I want to keep doing it. And this year's the first proper year I've like watched them all at the convenient time.
God, Doctor Widow the Wardrobe is a pile of
Because I started with that one, and then I kind
wank,
of went
though,
through
isn't
of
it?
what I felt was my favourite, least favourite.
Return Doctor Mysterio.
So yeah, I kind of started off with the ones that I'm sort of lukewarm with.
Last
and threw in
Christmas.
some that I liked, and then so I watched like End of Time because it's like 2 hours long and stuff like that, and threw them in amongst the ones I didn't like. And now I've got Husbands of River Song, Snowmen, and then my top 3. So Christmas Invasion, Voyage, and
Sorry, Christmas Invasion is in your top 3.
David Tennant. I'm nostalgic.
Yeah, but he's not. But he's barely in it.
I'm just
Why not
nostalgic
Runaway
for it.
Bride?
I've got that one as well.
So all your top 3 is David Tennant.
Yeah.
Well, that says a lot.
It does say that. I've made many jokes about that. But I sort of. So you don't have any order to them at all. You just sort of watch them from start to finish in that fold,
But like a normal person.
like a normal person.
Yeah.
No, I go up and down all the time.
Weird, man. You're weird. 2023.
We'll get them back. We'll get the Christmas specials back.
We'll get Christmas specials back.
So, but you know, maybe it's just because we're growing up, and obviously I've got a bigger family than I did before.
I've got bigger.
Just because I've got a bigger family than I have the kids now. It means that there's
Dan and his kids.
There's no way that they're my cousins. There's no way you'll be able to watch Christmas episodes on Christmas Day, and it would mean that then you come home at like 9 o'clock, watch it because you have to, because otherwise it gets
I
spoiled.
always watch them on Boxing Day.
Dear.
Yeah. I think that'd be quite good actually if we change it to Boxing Day specials. I'll shout if I ever come showrunner.
Or just like I feel
Boxing
like
Day
just the general
specials.
festive period's a good time for it. But then again, you end up with like the New Year's special, which is on New Year's Day. It's badly advertised because you've got all the Christmas stuff, and that's what they focus on a lot more.
Yeah, so I think Boxing Day would be better
And
because you can still have that introduced in the Christmas thing, can't you?
Yeah.
It's like Doctor Who Christmas special Boxing Day 7:15. Do you know what I mean? You can still have it,
and then you can advertise it during Christmas Day.
Yeah. When most people are watching TV.
Maybe.
All the sad load. Got that.
That's us.
I don't watch Christmas on TV.
You don't watch Christmas on TV. Do you watch Christmas TV? It was so funny. He turned it into a.
I don't watch Christmas at TV. No, say it
That's
again.
even wrong. That's wrong.
I don't watch TV at Christmas.
You don't watch TV at Christmas, right? Grant, I'm so glad you've cleared that up.
I watch TikTok
You
on YouTube.
right? So yeah, we've got to take the.
What's your
hats
favourite
off.
pop culture moment?
David Tennant.
David Tennant. He's back, baby.
I know these teeth.
What?
Yeah, best moment of 2022.
David Tennant come back.
In fact, probably old Power of Doctor, to be fair, because one, it was a really big day for me anyway, because I left the job that I was at.
I was at work.
Yeah, well, I finished. It's my final shift, so I finished there, and then this whole new life was ahead of me, and then boom, Doctor Who. Yeah, we had David Tennant. We had sort of the cameos and the like Peter Davison and stuff. Like, all of that blew my mind. So Power of the Doctor, best thing of the year.
Paul. Yeah.
Oh, Paul McGann, of course. How did I forget Paul McGann?
Well, how did you forget Paul
The
McGann?
beautiful Paul McGann. But okay, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy the video.
I'm here. How
Will's
is
here.
this?
How are you just existing in the room?
Yeah,
Instead of
like
being across Zoom.
yeah, this is weird.
It is strange. It does feel like I keep looking over here and then realizing you're there, and
Yeah.
forget about the screen I'm supposed to be looking at.
I keep trying to like check myself out in the camera, but then I realise you're there staring at
Yeah.
me as well. Like I always try it in the Zoom to make sure I look okay, and then I realise, and I'm trying to do it now, and Dan's just staring at me like, "What are you doing?"
But
So yeah, studio in Retford,
Student Retford
tour.
We're going on tour.
We're going on tour.
Where are we going? Let's say Sheffield.
Lincoln, Sheffield,
Lincoln, Sheffield. That's it.
Retford.
Retford.
We're gonna get a Spotify deal.
Are we?
Yep.
Or is this next year?
Yep.
Right. So next year we're going to get a studio in Retford.
Yep.
We're going to go on a world tour between Sheffield and Lincoln.
World tour? No, just national tour.
Just national.
Cardiff as well. I want to go Cardiff.
I want to go Cardiff, yes.
Yeah, we'll go Cardiff.
Maybe go London, go Star
Or
Wars
we could do a vlog in Cardiff.
But anyway.
Do you know what I'm doing next year?
What are you doing next year?
Doctor Who World of
Wonder.
World of Wonder
In Liverpool, isn't it?
in Edinburgh.
Is it?
It's Edinburgh. now,
Edinburgh?
isn't
Or
it?
is it moved?
Yeah, it's in Edinburgh now.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Do you want to know why it's in Edinburgh?
Why is it in Edinburgh?
Because there's a very one shot of Ace in the they used the museum shot when she's just on the phone and goes hello. Is the very first shot of one of the Power of the Doctors of Ace.
Yeah.
That's the museum
Museum
it's now set at, so that's why it's now in Edinburgh.
Ah, cool. So
However, I'm also not too bothered because what I've seen on TikTok, it looks quite shit.
like it's a lot of the repeat of the same sort of bits in it.
Yeah, it is
I see what you mean.
Hellbent TARDIS.
That's the trouble, though, isn't it? Because it would be quite cool if you went
And
without knowing,
costumes.
but you know.
And it looks quite shit.
But you know what's there, though, don't you?
It's time for action.
You know, there's a Sea Devil. You know, there's
There's a console,
a bunch of heads, a console.
but not any nice consoles. Just an old classic one.
Just can't see one.
Nothing else.
I thought you said that the first Doctor one was one of your favourites.
No, it is, but it's literally just the console.
Oh right, okay.
There's not like
It's not a
you know, a Doctor.
a scene,
Yeah. You know, in
yeah.
Doctor Experience, you could walk into the fake TARDIS. Yeah, it's not like that.
Oh right. Well, anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you want to check out part 2 to this podcast,
Wait a year.
the new the 2023 January podcast is on the 5th of January, and we are coming back every single month next year on the 5th with a brand new episode.
With me, full time. Hello.
Oh, not full time.
Yes.
But
Here, in person.
in person
Every
full-time.
episode.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
You can come to me and do one.
Okay.
Cool.
And then, so by the end of it, we're gonna be sick of each other. But at the end of this year, I want to thank you all for watching once again, for listening, for liking, for commenting.
How big have we actually got? Have you got Spotify rap details up from the podcast?
No.
Is there any big podcasts that get that?
I don't think I don't know. I didn't even look.
Because you're in my Spotify rap for top 10 podcasts, top 5 podcasts.
Oh yeah,
you're number 5.
I wasn't in my own.
Yeah, you're number 5.
Oh, that's all right. I'll take 5.
Got at least one listener.
Yeah, that's one.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you want to check out the podcast, you can check it out on a whole bunch of different platforms, including
Spotify, Spreaker, Deezer, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, Pod Addicts,
Google Podcasts. That's most of them.
But don't worry, guys.
There's a link down below. You can find them all. I'm sorry for taking your line.
Thank you. But don't worry, guys. You don't need to remember all them listening platforms such as Spotify, Spreaker, Deezer, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Pod Addicts, Is it not Pod Addict?
Yeah. Podcast Addict. Yeah.
Podcast Addict, Podchaser.
You're losing the will to live a bit there, anyway.
Apple Podcast, and the other ones. You can just check them all in the link tree down below, where it'll be available on all your favourite podcast listening platforms.
But anyway, thank you very much, and I shall see you in the new year.
Have a Merry Christmas.
Have a Merry Christmas.
Have a very, very good Christmas.
Oh.
Hello. Welcome to the New Year's special.